Rides her bike to work. That is so environmentally conscious. Ms. Novak, right? Your office told me you'd be riding up. Dave Seaver, representing Roger Tate.
Yeah, I remember your name. State Senate elections. I didn't vote for you.
Neither did most of New York. But that's okay. My shrink says it's made me less self-destructive.
A little advice, Dave. You want to court the conservative vote, be my guest. I find another client. Roger Tate's no defender of family values. He's just a killer.
He was defending his son from a rapist.
Yeah, that might have worked before Ian Tate said the sex was consensual.
My client was mistaken, which under the law is still justifiable homicide. Your Honor, my client believes he saw a man raping his son. Article 35 of the Penal Code states that one can use deadly force to prevent forcible sodomy.
Justification is not a defense for stupidity.
The test is, would a man with the same background and experiences as my client respond in the same manner?
A reasonable man, Mr. Seaver.
And no reasonable person believes two men having sex automatically constitutes rape.
My client's research focused on aggression, promiscuity, and deviant behavior in homosexual males. It's not just a crazy belief. He's done the studies to back it up.
The Daubert test requires theories to be accepted by the scientific community. Dr. Tate's work was not.
I'm not presenting my client's work as accepted scientific theory, but as irrefutable proof of his state of mind.
Tate's own son is homosexual.
And he didn't know that. Your Honor, did my client possess the culpable mental state required to commit a crime? The answer is no.
This offense is an attempt to encourage and exploit bigotry against homosexuals. He's going for jury nullification.
Ms. Novak, I'm not convinced that a defense should be rejected simply because a jury might believe it. Finding reasonable is a very difficult issue. And it's one that I believe is better decided by 12 of Dr. Tate's peers.
The night James Reed was killed, how did your father get into your apartment?
Here's the key. He was bringing her for dinner.
You thought he was out of town. And that's why you invited your boyfriend to spend the night.
Yes.
And he caught you in bed with James Reed. What did he do?
He pulled James away.
And what?
He pushed James into the wall 2 or 3 times. Having a crack. James stopped fighting. He was dead.
Your father then attacked you. What did he say?
He kept asking me how I could do this to him.
Meaning, how could you threaten his life's work by being homosexual?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Withdrawn. Nothing further.
When did you tell your dad you were homosexual?
I didn't.
And you've known for how long?
Since I can remember.
So you've been a liar your whole life? Must have been difficult hiding that kind of lifestyle. You even made up a girlfriend, didn't you?
Sandy? That was high school.
But you must have found some other outlet for your predilections. Gay pornography.
Objection, assuming facts not in evidence.
Tone down the rhetoric, Mr. Seaver. Objection sustained. Did your dad knock you around a lot?
No, never.
Ever see him get into a physical altercation with anybody?
Once, this kid at school beat me up. Dad got in a fight with the kid's father. Broke his house.
So he's only violent when he's defending you. Ian, why did you confess to James Reed's murder?
What nobody gets is this happened because of me. Because of what I am. I worked so sick. I couldn't control myself. It was my fault. I didn't want my dad going to jail for that mistake.
Dr. Cahill, what was the first study you and Dr. Tate conducted?
We analyzed over 10,000 questionnaires on male sexuality.
And what conclusions did you and Dr. Tate draw?
That homosexuals solicited sex from minors, engaged in high-risk behaviors, and had violent sexual relations more than heterosexuals.
Taking all of Dr. Tate's research on homosexual behavior into account, what do you believe are the general conclusions?
Homosexuals suffer a multitude of psychological problems. They're more likely to be depressed, alienated, and have issues with rage.
Thank you. No further questions?
Where have these studies been published?
Which one?
Any of them?
They're still being considered for publication.
Oh, well, good luck with that. So you say gay people have more sex with minors than straight people. Why does almost every other study say pedophiles are far more likely to be heterosexual?
It is evidence of the bias within the so-called mainstream psychology.
So when the American Psychiatric Association removed homosexuality from its list of mental disorders in 1973, and every other major medical association followed suit, you're saying it's all a big conspiracy?
Objection.
Nothing further.
I'm ashamed to say I never suspected Ian was a homosexual. I wish I'd known.
Why? Wouldn't you have disowned him? Committed him to a mental hospital?
No. I love my son. I would have done anything to help him.
No further questions?
You and Ian were close?
Yes.
But you claim you didn't know he was gay, so not that close, I guess.
I love my son.
And yet you let him take the fall for causing James Reed's death. So maybe the truer statement would be, you love Ian, but not as much as you love yourself.
I'm on trial for protecting my son from a man I thought was raping him.
And why dump the body? Why conceal the evidence? Why not call the police and tell them what a righteous guy you are?
Objection.
I love Ian.
You keep saying that, Dr. Tate.
You can't tell me how I feel about my son. How dare you presume to know anything about our relationship?
Because he's been sitting in this courtroom while you mount a defense that calls him a deviant. You tell me again how much you love him. Hey, how'd it go with Tate? Jurors 8 and 10 believe him. Enough to hang the jury? Maybe. In which case, all I've done is out some poor kid. It's not exactly my favorite legal strategy.
You didn't have a choice.
You got kids. You ever wonder if one's gay?
I don't know. I haven't asked.
Elliot, you know your kids. You'd know if one of them was gay. Exactly. And Tate's whole defense is predicated on the fact that he never suspected his son was gay. You don't buy it? No. But I can't prove it. Ian had a girlfriend all through high school. For all appearances, he was straight. We never found a girlfriend. We were looking at Tate's past.
Because we were looking for boyfriends.
Well, if Ian knew all along that he was gay, I bet you that the girlfriend did too. Find out. I haven't talked to Ian in a couple years.